Good afternoon. Today is the 5th of January and following on from yesterday's video, we are going to look at the top 10 best-selling cars and top 10 best-selling electric cars, because there is a difference between those two, of 2022. So in yesterday's video, we looked at some detail about just the cars sold in December 2022. We're now going to look at 2021 and 2022 as a whole. I will say sales during this video. I won't be using the term registrations because it's always too difficult for me to remember. Although technically these are registrations, they're not. You know, someone's gone into a dealership and placed an order, and that is a sale. They wait until the car's registered before actually having that as a new car that's actually entered into the country. So if we look at the figures from last year in comparison to 2022, we'll see that the fuel mix breakdown is that, or rather parcels I should say really, because there's lots of electric cars on here now, is business as usual in a way. With the forbidden fuel, diesel, the reason we don't talk about that on this channel views because they're just becoming less and less relevant every month that passes. They still have some applications with particularly larger and heavier things like pickup trucks and also very, very high mileage drivers, but they're just becoming less and less of a thing. And there's loads of reasons for that. We don't go, it's not the place to go into them, but percentage change year upon year between 21 and 22 is 39% down. Now the market is overall down by about 2%, but the market share in 21 for that fuel was 8.2, it's now 5.1. A number of cars sold has gone down from 136,000 to about 83,000. Petrol has also gone down. Percentage change is about 10.4% negative. Market share has gone from 46% to about 42%. A number of cars sold has gone from 762,000 to about 682,000. Mild hybrid, forbidden fuel. This is gradually replacing the normal forbidden fuel engine cars. There's lots of things. I think Kia makes some of these, and Volkswagen and other people do as well. But they're a sort of stepping stone between, I think, removing this from the market entirely. Of course, I want to take petrol out entirely too as well. We'll see if that actually happens. You know, there we go. Market share of this, it used to be 6% in 21. It was 4.5% in 22. Percentage change is minus 27. Number of cars sold has gone down from 99,000 to 72,000. Mild hybrid petrol, hugely popular now. Virtually every manufacturer has a mild hybrid petrol. Ford have got them, Suzuki have got them, Volkswagen have got them, Kia have got them. They've actually increased in their market share from 12% to 13.6%, and the number of cars sold has increased overall by 11%. It's gone up from 198,000 in 21 to last year 220,000. Battery electric cars. On this particular scale here, you can't see just how much of an impression they're having, because last month they actually outsold petrol for the first time. I mean, just literally the pure petrol category, not the others, but just pure petrol. So it's still not quite as high as the petrol overall, but if you look at individual months, that can happen sometimes. So it's gone from 11.6% in the market to about 17%. Percentage change about 40%. Number of cars sold has gone from 190,000 to 267,000 in 2022. Plug-in hybrids, there's no incentive on these anymore, like there's no incentive for the purely battery electric cars. So their market share has gone down a little bit, from 7% to 6.3%. Number of cars sold has also decreased, and percentage change is about 11.5%, gone down from 115,000 to 101,000. Hybrid electric cars, gosh, there's tons of these. Suzuki's, Toyotas, Kias, there's loads. Market share has gone up a little bit actually for these, from 9% to 12%, and the percentage change is about 28%. Number of cars sold has gone from 147,000 in 2021 to last year 188,000. To look at the breakdown for the private fleet and business sector, interestingly, but despite December having a big increase in fleet sales, overall in the year that was not the case. The private sector was up by 2%, which is good. Market share has moved slightly in their favour, from about 49% to 51%. 2% increase in number of cars sold, gone from about 803,000 to about 819,000. Fleet, it's actually a minus at the change. It might be to do with businesses kind of feeling the effects of whatever's going on this year. That's from last year, which was interesting. Market share has dropped from 49% to 47%. Percentage change in number of cars sold has gone from 812,000 to 751,000. Business is a very small part of the market. It's gone from 2% to 2.8%. Percentage change is 37% up, which is good. So, yes, 33,000 to 45,000. That's not bad, is it? Mind you, the number of cars sold overall in 2022 was about 1.6 million. So, not a huge part of the chart, that. So, look at the full year, the top 10 best-selling cars of 2022 overall. First place, Nissan Qashqai, 42,704. Second, the Vauxhall Corsa, which should have won, really. It won in 21, 35,910. But look how close this is. The next one, and this is entirely due to the way that Tesla's shipments come into the country. If they had come in January rather than last month, this would be very different. But only about 350 cars behind on the Model Y, 35,551. For Puma, very close to this as well. In fourth position, 35,088. Mini, or Mini Hatch, we should call that specifically because there's lots of different types of Minis, and this just refers to that particular model. 32,387. The Kia Sportage, which I think was the best-selling car in January this year of anything. 29,655. Next behind a Tucson, very closely related to the Sportage. 27,839. We tend to prefer Kias over Hyundais in this country. The Volkswagen Golf, perennial favourite for years. 8th position, 26,558. 9th for Ford Kuga, 26,549. Ford Fiesta is back in the top 10, just about, for 2022. 10th position, 25,070 cars sold. Before we look at the manufacturer's breakdown, though, I need to talk about the best-selling electric cars. The first two will be pretty obvious, to be honest, but there's some interesting surprises as we go down this list. So the top-selling electric car last year was Tesla Model Y. No surprise, 35,551 cars sold. Second was Tesla Model 3, 19,071 cars sold. People often ask me why there aren't cheaper new cars available, and there are. They start from about 12,500 with Dacia Sandero, but the thing is that they don't tend to sell very well. Whereas Tesla Model Y, Tesla Model 3, they can sell loads of those. It's frustrating in some ways for some people I know, but that just seems to be the way the market goes. Big jump to the next one, a third position, Kia e-Niro, 11,197. Then fourth position, the Volkswagen ID3, 9,832. Then fifth, Nissan Leaf, which actually appeared in the top 10 chart for December, 9,178. Then the Mini Electric. I think there are a couple of different electric Mini versions out there. I could be wrong. 7,425. Then the Polestar 2, 7,345. So Polestar's doing well. The MG5, 7,030. That includes the pre and post facelift models. Given MG supply issues earlier this year, it's very surprising actually that they've actually shifted as many as they have. But there we go, they're a big force in the electric car market now. Ninth has been BMW i4, 6,699. And then the Audi Q4 e-tron, I think was called the e-tron earlier, 6,594. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Let's now look at the individual breakdowns of manufacturers, starting as you always do with Abarth, Pilot Stellantis, and we'll work our way down to the bottom. It's normally Volvo. Abarth, 34% decrease over 2021. Market shares dropped from 0.14 down to 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,300 to 1,500. Alfa Romeo, remarkably steady. Number of cars sold is within 2 cars. It's gone from 1,574 to 1,576. The market share has stayed the same, 0.1%. Percentage change is 0.13. So it's not quite in line with the market. It's a little bit above that. So we should be thankful for that, really. Alpine, not a bad year for them, actually, comparatively speaking. 43% increase. Market share has gone from 0.01 to 0.02. Number of cars sold has gone from 202 to 288. Audi actually had a drop. It's not particularly significant, but they've gone from 118,000 cars to 110. Percentage market share has gone down from 7.2 to 6.9, and it's a overall drop of about 7%. Bentley, not a bad year for them. 21% increase. 0.8% of the market is now 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone up from 1,350 to 1,600. BMW actually sold a few less cars than Audi this time. That's surprising. Normally it's the other way around. Still a decrease of M2 above 6.8%. Market shares dropped from 7% to 6.7%. Number of cars sold has gone from 117,000 to 109,000. Citroën, again, not the best, not too bad. 6% decrease. Market share has gone from 1.83 to 1.76. Number of cars sold has gone from 30,000 to 28,000. Cupra have had a good year. 90% increase. Percentage of the market has gone from 0.5 to 0.9. Number of cars sold has gone from 7,600 to 14,400. Dacia, very good year. Actually, even December wasn't too great for them. 55% increase. 1.07% of the market is now 1.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 18,000 to 27,000. DS also had quite a good year, comparatively speaking. 56% increase. Market share has gone from 0.14 to 0.23%. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,400 to 3,700. Ford, not bad actually. They're not the best seller of the year, but they're not far off it. 9% increase. Market share has gone from 7% to 7.9%. Number of cars sold has gone from 160,000 to 127,000. Genesis, a 688% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 127 to 1,000. and market shares increased from 0.01 to 0.06. Aura, we can't count that really yet. Honda, not the best, 11% down. Number of cars sold gone from 27,000 to 24,000. And percentage, the market's gone from 1.6 to 1.5. Hyundai, not as good as Kia, but still pretty good. 15% increase. Market share's gone from 4.23 to 4.98. And number of cars sold has gone from 70,000 to 80,000. Jaguar, not brilliant really. 36% decrease. Market share has gone from 1.15 to 0.75. Number of cars sold has gone from 19,000 to 12,000. Jeep, also not very good. 43% decrease. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,500 to 2,500. And the market share has changed from 0.27 to 0.16. Kia, quite a good year. 10% increase. 5% of the market from 5.5 to 6.2. Number of cars sold 91,000 to 100,000. Land Rover, bit like Jaguar, not great. 19% decrease. Market share has gone from 3.2 to 2.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 53,000 to 43,000. Lexus, unlike last month, we did very well. The year overall has not been too good. 23% down. Market share has gone from 0.84 to 0.66. Number of cars sold has gone from 13,900 to 10,700. Maserati, a decrease, but not a massive one. Number of cars sold has gone from sort of 765 to 720, and the market share has dropped from 0.05 to 0.04. That's a 6% decrease. Mazda, well, they sold about 25,200 cars. Last year, 2021, it was 25,900. Market shares stayed almost the same, about 1.6%. The decrease is about 2.5, so slightly above average. Mercedes, they sold about 98,000 cars in 21. Last year was 81,000. The market share has dropped from 6% to 5%. It's about an 18% decrease. MG, of course, still increasing their market share and number of cars sold. 67% increase. They've gone from 1.9% of the market to 3.2% of the market, which is almost as good as something like Peugeot, actually. 31,000 cars sold in 21. Last year, 51,000 cars sold. Mini, very slight increase of 0.2. Market share has gone up from 2.7 to 2.8. Number of cars sold is remarkably steady, about 45,800 to 45,900. Nissan, with the Qashqai, of course, the best-selling car of the year, up 12%, 4.2% of the market, now 4.8. Number of cars sold has gone from 68,000 to 77,000. Peugeot, another Stellantis brand with a decrease, about 15%. Number of cars sold from 61,000 to 52,000, and the percentage change is 3.7 to 3.2. Polestar, very successful year for them. 79% increase. Their market share has gone from 0.25 to 0.46. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,000 to 7,400. Porsche, again, very good. Up by 33%. Market share has gone from 0.83 to 1.13. Number of cars sold has gone from 13,700 to 18,300. Renault, really having a bit of a renaissance, actually, as far as I can see. 8.2% increase. Market share has gone from 1.8 to 2. Number of cars sold has gone from about 29,900 to 32,300. Seat, they're not a massive brand in this country. They haven't actually done that well this year, to be honest. Like, for example, AMG have sold like more than double the number of cars that say it has. 49% decrease. 2.7% of the market approximately has gone down to 1.4. Number of cars sold has gone down 43,000 to 22,000. Skoda, again, they didn't outsell MG this year, which is insane considering how popular Skodas have been in this country for years. 12% decrease, 56,000 down to 49,000, and the market share has gone down from 3.37 to 3%. Smart, I'm not really going to count. It's not a big brand in this country, really. SsangYong, they have increased very slightly. So, as a SsangYong owner, I'm happy about that. Well, now the future's a bit more secure. That might increase a bit further in 2023. Whether or not we're going to be talking the SsangYong brand by the end of the year, I don't know, but there we go. 0.9% of the market share has gone to 1%. Number of cars sold has gone from 1525 to 1536, and it's a 0.72% increase. Subaru, on the other hand, no, they have not done as well as SsangYong. 34% decrease, 0.13% of the market now, 0.09, 2100 to 1400. Just the way that it goes sometimes. A very niche brand in this country, much more popular than from like Australia or America. Suzuki, not great actually. 70% decrease, much as a lot of the cars are great. I've driven a lot of them actually. 1.3% of the market to 1.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 21,000 to 17,000. And then Tesla, they register them all in batches, but they always upset the general figures because they're not registered by the dealers like everyone else is. They're registered by Tesla UK in big batches when they come off the boat. 57% increase. 2.1% of the market is now 3.38. 35,000 cars has gone up to 55,000 cars. Toyota, very beloved in this country at the moment, as in many other places. Very small increase, about 1.3%. Market share has gone from 6.13 to 6.3. Number of cars sold has gone from 101,000 to 102,000 actually. Vauxhall, not that good, not as bad as some other Stellantis group brands. 8.5% decrease, was 5.6% of the market, now 5.2. 91,000 cars sold, and compared with last year, as 84,000 cars sold. Volkswagen, massive, tons of cars, absolutely loads. 132,000 cars sold. It's still a decrease though, because in 2021 they sold 148,000 cars in this country. It's 11% decrease, but it's at 9% of the market, down to 8.2. Volvo, 24% decrease for some reason. 2.9% of the market to 2.3. Number of cars sold has gone from 48,000 to 37,000. So overall, yeah, just over 1.6 million cars sold, and it was about 1.65 in 2021, and that's a 2% decrease. So there we go. That was the top 10 best-selling cars of 2022. I don't do that more than once a year, and there's a reason for that, because, my gosh, I get my head full of statistics and I get confused. But anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more not particularly revelatory market analysis.